With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Play fake, now Fields to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got him in, complete. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Jacob Harris, 79 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Well, one word for that opening play call, and that is aggressive, but it worked. First play from scrimmage, long touchdown pass.
Well, let's be honest about it. In our production meeting last night, we talked about when would the secondary get tested. I did not say that it would get tested on play number one. I knew as the game went along, they would take their shots, but that, as you said, a bold strike and very successful right out of the gate. They
run it with Breida. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Trying to run forward with Pollard. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Their boy down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They're going to try and throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. Quickly to Hawkinson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, Yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off play action. Riley. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and incomplete on the deep ball.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run left with Pollard. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
This one caught by Kittle. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 13-yard line.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved, because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Riley. This is caught. Touchdown. George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from moving out in front. Lutz with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be taken down here as the 1st quarter of play will come to an end. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Micah Parsons able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Under pressure, they got him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Here's Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
They snap it to Fields. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of...
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That time, a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or a wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. But they also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check, 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 check. Let's go.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
And I think the ball's out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On first down, here's Breida. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd down, Fry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Check, check, check. He's crossing. He's checking crack. Shit, shit. Switch, switch, switch.
Fields now to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Riley. Man over the middle, and it's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And, folks, this is a 67-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 33.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
They'll roll him out right.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Picked off inside the 10. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw. Riley. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Back to throw. Riley. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 32. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Jordan Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Flush to his right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Boy, So another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Fields throw caught here by Metcalf.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. Check down to Breida. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Matt Breida, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. They run it with Breida. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. Second down and goal. Fields. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Anthony Schwartz, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And, boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Riley. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And it's going to bring up the 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's unable to get away. They stop him at the line on 4th and 2. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Fields. Looking deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd and 1 from the 2. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Fields. The quick slant caught. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now the Ravens bring out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Elliott is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it did. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields sliding out of the pocket. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Well, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On first down, Fields. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. A pitch out to Breida, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 79 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll try to run with Breida, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now.
And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.